Hey everyone, Rob from Southgate Media Group here. Before we get started with this podcast, we have a quick message. If this is your first time checking out the show, we love that you found us and we really hope you enjoy it. What we have to say is for the subscribers. If you enjoy our shows, would you please donate to help keep these going? We don't want to have to put traditional ads on these shows, but this does cost money. So we really do rely heavily on donations. To make a donation to the show, please go to our website, www.southgatemediagroup.com. Go to the page for the show, and in the upper right-hand corner is a donate button. It takes you right to PayPal, and you can donate whatever amount you want. Thanks a lot for listening, everybody. And now, on with the show.
Hey, Arrowheads! Welcome back to Queen Consolidated, a Southgate Media Group podcast dedicated to all things Arrow related. Well, that's Arrow on the CW starring Stephen Amell and Emily Rickards, of course. So yeah, we're talking about episode 404, Beyond Redemption, but this is a superhero show, and there's no such thing.
You know what? You forgot to say who we were.
Oh, they should know by now.
I'd hope so.
But in case you're new, I'm Lilith, and with me, as always, is my lovely co-host.
Hey, I'm Kelly.
Do you have the synopsis?
I sure do. Oliver tells the team that he's running for mayor, but is met with apprehension. Lance has Oliver look into the death of 2 police officers, and the team discovers they were killed by members of the anti-vigilante task force. That could have never been a bad idea. Laurel brings her father to see Sarah, who is chained up in the basement of Laurel's apartment. That's just a strange sentence.
Yeah, if they weren't sisters, that would have been like extra creepy is all that I'm saying.
50 Shades of Arrow. No. The team and Lance set a trap for the corrupt cops, but failed to capture them. Felicity identifies Lisa Warner as a suspect, and while searching for her, Oliver discovers Captain Lance meeting with Dark. Lisa and her team use Captain Lance to get into the drug disposal warehouse, but Oliver and his team arrive and take out the officers. Later, Oliver asks Captain Lance to spy on Dark so they can learn more about his operations, while Laura discovers that Sarah has escaped.
Dun, dun, dun.
Flashback.
Boy, that was a dun, dun moment if you ever saw one, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. In flashbacks, Agent Conklin discovers Oliver's communication device with Amanda Waller.
Yeah, but like, okay.
More.
Okay, so this episode, I thought this episode was really good. Even without, like last week I thought the episode was good because of the guest stars and that it was fast moving. But this was actually a really good, solid kind of hour focusing on our characters.
Right.
So, and I know why. So it was Beth Schwartz and Ben Sikowski who wrote it. 2 of my favorite writers, love they work together. But we did have a new director named Lexi Alexander. Thought that person did a fantastic job. I don't know if it is a man or woman because, well, I didn't have time to look it up. But whoever you are, you did an excellent job and you fit right in with our talented stable of directors here in the Arrow universe. So thank you kindly.
Yes.
For not screwing it up.
You mean for doing a good job.
Exactly. So the guest stars are Neil McDonough as Damien Dark, Katie Lutz as Sarah Lance, Echo Kellum as Curtis Holt, Ryan Robbins as the only saving grace of the flashbacks, Agent Conklin, Eliza Ruturo as the slam worker, and Rutina Weasley as Liza Warner. Liza! Sorry, couldn't help it. So yeah, I like this episode. I liked it a lot. I have a feeling Kelly liked it a lot as well.
I did. This is a good thing. We haven't been able to say really nice things for a while.
I know, like I felt like such an influence. Like I just Kelly, the cynical, cold-hearted critic.
No, it just didn't do it for me for a while, and that's okay. I mean, gotta be honest here,
Oh yeah, I say it like I mean it, and I encourage everybody else to do as well.
I hear you.
I don't know, man. I really like how they're just like keeping these flashbacks really short, but it's also showing Oliver's humanity, something that he's still kind of, in my personal opinion, lacking in present day. No matter how hard they try to tell me that he's a changed person.
Right. Well, he's still developing. He's still cooking. You can tell he's cooking.
Or yes. Like those cheesy commercials. Not ready.
Yes, that's it. It's like okay, you remember those commercials where the lady goes in and she throws all the flour on her? Like she's working all this hard to make the Rice Krispie treats? That's Oliver. The Rice Krispies aren't quite done yet.
He keeps eating all the marshmallow fluff. How do you
He's been throwing flour. Exactly. He's been throwing flour all over himself to make it look like he's been working really hard. But
I was really surprised.
That's true.
I guess I'm sensing a theme actually forming for the season for the first time in a season and a half, I guess, and it's family, and I like that.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah. As times get darker and darker in Star City, I need my heroes to rise to the challenge and be a united front to bring the light and restore it back to its greatness. And I really think that's kind of the goal this season.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. What character do you want to start with?
Oh goodness. I'm going to start with Oliver. He's not done cooking, but I kind of appreciated him this episode. I mean, is he misguided in his run for mayor? Maybe. I think he has a good heart and a good reason for wanting to do it. I understand that. But wow, thank you for growing a set and calling people out when they needed to be called out, especially when 2 scenes before they'd made him feel like an idiot. You know what I mean? I appreciated that. Call a spade. Do it. Now you need to do that with yourself, and he needs to work on that. But you know what I'm saying? We're always easier on ourselves than we are everybody else. But I was just really kind of refreshed that, I think that by going after him and kind of saying, hey, what are you doing here? Maybe that's kind of what inspired Lance's speech. Him realizing really how he had gotten so far away from what he
it's
wanted
Oliver's
to be.
fault. He left.
If that makes sense.
Just saying. Well, at the end of the day, it's all Oliver's fault, if you ask me, because he's always running away. So, but I felt like that was a weak, flimsy kind of excuse for Lance. Was it just me? That was like my biggest nitpick about this episode. Like, it just seemed so un-Lance. Like, he didn't seem like he was that in over his head at that point. That's all. But it's kind of weird that, Oliver's banged both his daughters, but then they try to establish this weird, almost like they're trying to capture that Joe and Barry magic. So they're establish this quasi father-son relationship, and I don't know how I feel about it just yet.
Yeah. Well, I think that I think about it in a way. Oliver has had that because he looked up to Lance even when he was a kid, even though you know what I'm saying. He knew who the Lances were. He looked up to their family, and when his dad died, while he didn't really have Captain Detective, whatever he was at the time, as a role model, he still looked up to him. He was still a male that he knew in authority that had moral authority over him. I think he aspired to that, even though he knew he wasn't that person. I think he kind of aspired.
I could see that. It just never really laid the groundwork for me.
And he held him.
Because if he did, he would have treated both the daughters better. That's all that I'm saying.
Yeah, well, that's so teenage stupidity
totally
too.
Agree. But
you know what I'm saying?
I want the relationship kind of fixed. It kind of broke my heart when he turned his back on the Arrow again. Oh, you came so far. And you get why he did it, but that is definitely a relationship that I'm looking forward to rebuilding and hopefully seeing grow stronger. I think that much like Susanna Thompson, who played Moira Queen, Paul Blackthorne is one of those actors that bring out the best of everybody that's in a scene with him. And I just kind of like the older characters because, they just impart so much wisdom on their, younger cohorts. But yeah, Oliver was bearable this episode.
Agreed.
And when he was giving his little speech for mayor, I did smile. I'm not gonna lie. His whole team's there. They're all kind of side eyeing him, but they're still trying to be supportive, and that was cute. And he's trying to let them in on everything, and they have a new little lair, and it was just so cute. Him trying to rally his troops.
And they kept it secret for all of 30 seconds.
And Felicity's like, you just brought a police captain here.
So too. I just had laughed. I know now.
I'm sure they sent him the superhero
Barry gonna know how to find him?
At this point, that's the only way to keep up with what's going on.
They sent him an unsecured email on Hillary's server in the bathroom. They sent a server from Hillary's server in the bathroom.
That's funny. Oh God. Yeah, encrypted emails and whatnot. There you go.
Okay, but okay. Since we're talking about emails and tech, the unbelievable thing to me though still is Felicity not getting that.
Oh, they made her. No
thing.
Offense, Kelly. They made her a real blonde this
episode. Yeah, I'm like, wow. Okay. Have you never watched any
I also thought her
honey?
not wanting to hear Ray quote unquote died too was a little flimsy. I think that would have actually made her want to even more. Do you know what I mean? Because like Felicity, she doesn't run away from things. That's the thing that I really like. She kind of fumbles her way through it, and speaks her truth, and she doesn't really look back.
Right. It would be hard though if listening to somebody you love die. That would be hard.
He kept telling her it was important, and Felicity out of everybody on Team Arrow, whether I like it or not, is the one that gets that the most.
Right. Well, I don't think
she had to break it down.
Her assistant doesn't
that's
really
the
know.
man that I almost loved.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying. He thought it was important because he figured out where he knew it from, and that he could get in, but not that he knew it was
totally
on it or
get
why
all
it
that.
worked,
But man,
if that makes sense.
He couldn't have made it like his fiance that died's name. It was actually password. I chuckle, but I go, Ray, you're a billionaire. You're a stalwart of technology in and of itself. Like, really, babe? Really? It should have been like Felicity's middle name or something.
Yeah, that's pretty lame. And that he would, and that his network administrator would allow him to get away with that.
Obviously. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying, though.
Cute though. I really like Felicity and Curtis. It's growing on me. Because it's so meta. She's like, this is what it must be like talking to me, and I'm like, exactly, Felicity. Exactly.
I love that. Oh, I love that. I love his hair.
I'm looking at this evolution of Felicity as boss lady. And I think another.
I'd have.
I like your idea. Oh, do you want to share your theory that you tweeted about shorts that I saw on my Twitter timeline? I mean, I know that it's not, but it's interesting.
I was thinking, how cool would it be if Curtis was
that
Iris's
would be really
brother,
cool if he turned out to be like the alias of Wally West. Because I'm really digging him, but now I'm really interested in seeing him become Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
And the kid they have playing. I don't know if I should say this or not.
Yeah.
I won't say it. I'll edit this out. No, I saw pieces and clips of that episode. In the script, and I kind of am here for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Anyway, I wanted to turn Mr. Terrific and kind of be on the auxiliary team. Maybe if Legends of Tomorrow gets to season 2, he does a little guest arc on there, and you know what I'm saying, in and out. Boom! First punny business.
That would be terrific.
17 minutes. You're off your game, Kelly. Do I need to get you cat pal? Like a big barrel?
I'm sorry. Uh, maybe a little bit. It's been a long couple days. Okay.
Save it for
Iris's mom.
the flashpoint.
How? Oh, that's right. Sorry,
This is not
my
Flash
mind
Arrow
is
Power Hour.
somewhere else. You can tell.
Can't just go back and forth. I know. I'm sorry.
I'm just so used to doing Flash
Yeah,
first.
Felicity's arc is good. Thea, what little we saw of her
Okay.
was awesome, and Bloodlust was definitely satiated for now. And she had a sweet moment with her brother. And yes, interns. When you have no money, interns.
Yes.
Ooh, you. Well,
I'm just hoping nobody's wearing a blue
he's got
dress.
Felicity. He's happy with her. So.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about Oliver.
Okay. Thea
Not
is
necessarily
amazing.
talking about
She's the best
Oliver.
person on the show.
I'm not listening either. She is fantastic, and it was so endearing to see her. You know, I mean, here she is. We've really never seen Thea do. Sounds bad. We've seen Thea fight, but we've never seen her do anything else really for Team Arrow. And here we got to see her going undercover, and you know, and then writing a speech for her brother that was really awesome. I mean, and of course we had to work the
I don't mind it. It might
opening
get
into
repetitive
it,
and redundant for other people, but for me, the best way to open Arrow is action because that's what we do best. We have some of the best and brightest in the industry. What's up, Bam Bam? So use them if you got them.
Oh yeah. No. I'm talking about his 5 years on the Hellish Island.
It's kind of like the flashback where they were like, "My name's Oliver Queen. I've been stuck on this island for 3 years." Like they really are hamming it up.
I know.
It's okay because it's a comic book show and it's kind of supposed to be a little cheesy. Better than Dark and Broody, if you ask me. Oh man.
Yes, that
Laurel is being like used. I mean, her appearances are paper thin at this point, right?
Yeah, it hurts because there's so much more to her.
Thea keeping secrets
and
from
I wish
Oliver.
I could get to see it. Although the new Canary Cry was kind of nice, but yeah, that's kind of dumb. That kind of gets killed. Even though I don't think it's going to be her in the grave.
God, if they killed Laurel off. I mean, I love Katie Cassie. Y'all know I'm a Laurel stan, but it's only because of her potential, not the actual written material. Like, it's just unfortunate, but I could totally see them trimming the fat. You want to spill it?
I have a theory on who it is. Oh, okay. I can. I've seen other people have the same theory.
You know that would literally make me quit watching the show. Detective Lance. Like, no more podcasts.
I know. Well, I mean, they're still gonna they'll still reuse him because there'll be all kinds of flashbacks. I know, but I'm just saying it would make sense because okay, he is going undercover in Dark's organization. My thought is that the only reason that he went to I don't think he would work for Dark unless he wasn't obviously it wouldn't hurt him to to how to put this to say he's gonna hurt Laurel. That Laurel can take care of herself. My thought is what if he threatened Mama Lance?
But I mean, all that for just one person, just for me, it seems like Quentin's more of a greater good, than the few kind of guy.
Yeah. But family. He's very much a family man.
Yeah. I hope it's not.
Like, you've honestly, seen how much he's done for his girls.
They can kill Felicity, but bring back just for this sheer factor to make it that should be the character that they kill off, and people come back from the dead in all kinds of ways. They could just said her body was frozen and not all the way dead. She's only mostly dead. Or they can get that cure
or Cisco
from Bones from
Cisco
Stargate.
could tech her back up.
Or they can have her tooth Felicity.
Or
and then just implant the fun memories into her. I don't know, but I'm just saying they need to shake it up, definitely. Don't you ever say that word to me.
Or they could fix Mercuru.
Worst
they could
thing
fix
that happened to Mercuru.
And...
I'm sorry. Anyway. That's an interesting theory. I mean, honestly, I could see it because, you know. Oh, God.
Very transfusion.
No. I mean, I totally see it, but like I said, they need to shake something up. I think he is almost too obvious, especially now that Oliver has sent him basically to his death, if that's the case.
Yeah.
I think it would tear it apart.
That would also solidify the team.
Yeah. Exactly. It'd be like arrowless.
Well, I mean, Oliver's the one sending him in there, really.
They never stick it out long
yes
enough,
and no.
So I don't know.
Yeah. So who knows? But I'm just saying that would be interesting. Or it I don't think it's Felicity just because Gary wasn't broken up enough.
10 seconds of the dang snippet. I don't know.
True. Or I'm looking forward to the appearance of
I really
John
do,
Constantine.
because I love Matt Ryan. I thought he did a fantastic job as Constantine.
Yep.
It was definitely on the wrong network. So,
and it'd be so nice
not necessarily, but you know,
it'd be so nice for our canary to have a soul.
People have a long storied history, so it's almost like a network trope at this point, and I'm okay with that. But I don't think they're gonna have like a white canary over on DC Legends of Tomorrow without a soul and unpredictable.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, at the end of the day, Sarah's gonna be back, and you know, Katie. We already got a show like that. And it's in the DC universe. And it comes on after the Flash. It's called iZombie. Please watch it. It needs the ratings.
I know, I'm teasing. I know.
It's fun. It's kooky. It's like Veronica Mars meets
Dollhouse. It's actually kind of fun.
As our lovely friend Jules, aka at Jupiter Julie 24 with Jupiter Winter. Yeah. Editing. So yeah, who also, funny enough, is the new DC Channel 52, the Channel 52 correspondent for iZombie. Yay! I roped her into it. Oh man, I am so bad with plugs, shameless plugs lately. I apologize, but not really.
Yay.
Anyway, let's move over to Diggle. He actually really didn't have much to do either this episode, except for be the bodyguard. Hey, upgrade from driver. As he always does, because he's got guns.
And he looked very menacing with his arms crossed.
He really does.
Oh, you're not kidding. He got guns the size of my thighs. If y'all ever seen him in
person, you know what we're talking about.
I'm not kidding.
Although man sometimes is a house. It looks like he skipped leg.
The man is a house.
Anyway, yeah, I was kind of bummed about that. I really am gonna need a Diggle Oliver mission now that they're back to being bros. Really soon for making up for lost time. We really didn't have a villain this episode except for like Damien Dark and the task force. And I am so disappointed, by the way, that Rutina Weasley is playing a bad cop. Like, that bummed me out. She is, and you know, I kind of like how they resolved that, but I mean, they hyped this guest appearance like it was an arc, so I don't think that we've seen the last of her for some reason. What's that
well,
movie?
She's still got to
where
testify.
They have to get that
and there's going to be, I think, a lot of interesting stuff they're going to get from her.
And it's like 36 blocks or something like that. It was like he had to get him. It's like all these dirty cops were after him. I swear that episode is going to be just like that. Yep.
But you know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, because so many people are on the line if she talks. But I mean,
just might be.
What happens if her organization is actually tied to Dark? It just might be, and that could be part of Oliver's end.
And I love how Damien's just like, that's
and what
not
was
your
in the
daughter,
box?
kill her. And I'm like,
that was a
of course you would say that. But he was also in the league, so I mean, honestly, that was really the best advice that they could.
Well, yeah,
he could give him because he knows the dangers of it. But he was, you know, it just shows how cold and dark he is. Like, yeah, no, nothing I can do. Didn't even give it a second's thought. Nah, it's not your daughter. I mean, really, if I was Dark, I would have used it to manipulate Lance all the way.
Yeah, it's like, really? Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. Well,
no, they said
okay, how
Legend,
does he really know? Because it's never been done.
They said in Legend supposedly, but I'm sure it's written down somewhere. I mean, he was the contender to be the head of the demon, so I'm pretty sure he knows. You know what I mean? The knows.
Uh-huh. Gotcha. So they have some secret zombie.
Probably, honestly. They have plans for almost any contingency
kind
over
of
there at the
leader handbook.
So. Anyway, who else can we talk about? Laurel, like I said, Laurel was paper thin. Quentin, I feel for him, man. You know, you become the thing you hate the most.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's the frog.
Well, and you could tell that he was just
turning up the heat.
Eased into it too, and that's what hurts.
But it was sheer genius about that new layer, though. Too bad they ruined it the same episode by having an outsider let them in on the secret. But Sebastian Blood's old layer, and I'm like, they're really trying to tie everything together at this point. Which is not always necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's just very neutral at this point. I love it, though. I thought it was a good idea. He's got the case for everybody with their own personal biometric key. And I'm like, Cisco is a busy bee.
I love the disco floor. Yeah. I love that. I didn't even know you could pronounce biometric.
And Oliver's not as stupid as people think. I think that's really cool, too. That's a little, like, breadcrumb that they've been leaving since forever. And you know, I just really wish they would play that up a little bit. And I love how he mentioned it in his speech. You know, I didn't graduate college, but at least I did go to 4 of them. You know, kind of thing. Like, that's not really instilling confidence, Oliver.
Yeah, exactly.
And nobody likes a humble politician. For all our bluster about, we just want somebody we can drink a beer with. No, I want somebody ruthless that can make the decisions. Push the damn button if need be. That's just me. But anyway, I don't know how far we're going to take this mayor campaign. I don't think he's going to actually be the mayor. If he is, it's going to be really interesting. Ugh. Anyway, let's talk about some happiness. What was some of your favorite scenes?
Yeah. the layer and Thea busting on her brother. I thought that was hilarious. Loved the where he's given the speech. You know, I'm with you. I don't think he'll necessarily end up being mayor. I love that people put away their cynicism and got behind him.
Of course.
I loved our action scenes. Of course, because they're just amazing. And I love the interactions with Felicity and Curtis.
Yeah.
Because they're just so funny. There's I don't know how to explain it. It's just this
I totally
really
know what you
quirky vibe between the two of them that
my
works.
favorite scene is Felicity just yelling at them for bringing Captain Lancer to the new lair. I also really love when she finally like explains to Curtis what's going on, and then like she comes back and she types the password. And all that good stuff. And of course, my Thea and Oliver scene, like, we haven't had a good queen sibling scene literally in like 18 episodes or something like that. Oh my God, they brought back the salmon ladder. I was just thinking about this like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, honestly, I could go for some shirtless Oliver right about now.
Yep.
Don't you judge me.
And I love Felicity's comments. Yes.
That was a rough
and I
scene
also
for me.
love that Oliver.
It's like, you let
called
Oliver
out Lance.
call you out. Oh,
that he, it was hard, but you think about it, how Lance had been trashing him not 15 minutes before in the episode. You know what I'm saying? So kind of the pot calling the kettle black, and Oliver let him have it with both barrels, and I think he needed to hear
for
that
all the shenanigans Oliver
from
pulled,
Oliver,
both with Oliver
specifically.
and the arrow,
because
you need to take that down about 2 notches.
But you know what I'm saying? I think that these are both two men that they've tried to help their city, and while they may not always be perfect at it, obviously, they both have the city's best interest at heart, and they've both failed pretty miserably on occasion.
Definitely.
And that's what makes them characters, because they are
not even
flawed.
really moments. They're like the Lance family pictures, like the Lance sisters that Quentin still has on his desk, and the picture she was showing Sarah. It broke my heart though. I'm gonna give a shout out to Katie Cassidy for that scene where she's really trying to connect with Sarah. I thought it was like really well done.
Oh yeah,
but like she's just doing it out of
that
love,
would be kind
and
of terrifying
she's
to
not
have your
gonna give
sister
up
almost
hope on her
choke you with a
sister.
chain.
And that's just like, honestly, Sarah was kind of a rotten little spoiled little sister. So I'm just saying, I don't know that I'd be that happy to help my sister out like that.
True.
Anyway, yeah. So there it is. That episode, like I said, it was a character study, and I like that. I think that we need more introspection on our characters. I think we need to be in their heads more. I am trying to give this show the benefit of the doubt. I know that the show wants to grow, evolve, and mature, and I'm here for it. It's just taken forever to do so. So, like, I have patience, but it's wearing thin.
I would love to see a show from the perspective of Oliver for the whole episode.
You know what?
I think that would
totally
be really interesting, actually.
I totally get it.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's why I like the first 3 episodes. Before anybody comes
to
I'm corny and cheesy. I like voiceovers, especially if it's a comic book show. I mean, it just kind of makes sense. And, like, I felt like I knew Oliver then than I do now, and that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish they would just do that. I mean, it could be really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could start off the show with black screen and have him open his. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That's what
it would just be really cool
like a flavor
to go
episode.
through
like, I don't know
a day
if you
with
watch
Oliver.
what's that show? House of Cards. One of my most favorite episodes from season 2 is where the guy that owns the barbecue. We get the whole, pretty much half the episode from his perspective of his outside associations, from dealing with Kevin Spacey's character and stuff, and I thought it was a really interesting way because he's kind of this peripheral character. And really, let's be honest, in Arrow, Oliver is pretty much a peripheral character. No matter how many times they try to shove those island scenes down my throat, like, we don't actually spend a lot of time with Oliver in the present day. If you guys actually really like think about it,
yes,
sure, we spend time with the Arrow, but do we spend time with Oliver?
Right. You're exactly right.
So yeah, that's genius. I hope they hear us.
Right. And his process. Yeah, I hope so too. I think it would be interesting to hear. I mean, because I have a feeling
Yeah.
that there is kind of a war that goes on in his head between
Very
Oliver and the
Batman-esque, but I think all
at
vigilantes
times.
probably struggle with that.
Almost like there's two personalities in his head.
And that's something that's not addressed in live shows as far as I know. So,
yeah,
that would be cool.
I would agree.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless
they
you're
explore the hell out of it in that case.
on Gotham and you're a villain.
Okay, so about that grade.
Yes.
Shut the front door. Me too.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a B plus. I was very happy with this episode.
An even better grade last week. So you know.
You know, they're going the right direction. They're finally hitting the stride, and we're getting a good patch. And I hope they keep going the same direction.
Above all,
they're giving me some hope.
This is too much. We better not have the same grade for Flashpoint. I promise you, Kelly. I'm gonna drive up there.
That's right.
I'm gonna give you a hug. So let's see the Easter eggs. I don't think there were really any Easter eggs, as far as I know. I didn't talk about lines, but that's okay. I don't think. Oh,
yeah, we didn't have 52 singularities in Arrow, so.
Oh, she is. I'll probably get to it.
Oh, we had
Liza Warner is
Neil
based
Adams.
on a
Wasn't there
person
Neil
from
Adams
the comic
reference?
books. She was the only survivor of a Killer in Boots. That arc. She was just known as Lady Cop. So yeah. Anyway, that was dumb. Sorry. But she did get like promoted to like the chief of police in Ivytown. So yeah, you guys don't need to know that. It's like weird alternative stuff. But she was buddy with Ray Palmer, so maybe she'll show up in DC Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh,
what's next? Come on, you piece of.
There you go.
I'll patch
that would be interesting.
Maybe. But yeah, I think that's the most interesting piece of trivia that I really have for you guys, honestly. And if you're curious about what my line of the night was, what was yours, Kelly? What would you say yours was? Oh, come on.
Oh, it has to be. I didn't even know you could pronounce biometric.
Any Thea is great. Even Blue Thea is awesome.
I love Thea. Sarcastic Thea is great.
Okay, hold on. It's coming. Oh, okay. Living in this city, dealing with what we're dealing with right now, we're all desperate. We've all been made to do desperate things, terrible things. But I got to believe that we are not beyond redemption. And I got to believe that this city can still be saved. Because once we stop believing that, that's when the city really dies. Yes. And, oh, shit. Sorry. Yes, thank you. That is my favorite line. It's Biden, obviously. Yes, start
by saving ourselves.
You know, I enjoy it.
Yes.
It feels like it. Actually, it feels like Star City has turned into Detroit, like real life Detroit.
We should
like no offense to the people that live in Detroit, but you know, if you watch the news and you see it and you're not like living in it,
yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna be there. Gonna be there next weekend.
Yeah, because I mean it's gotten progressively worse. I mean, the city is bankrupt, and they said that this season of Arrow, The Flash, and especially like DC Legends of Tomorrow, kind of based on the story arc of Justice League International, which was based out of Detroit at the time. So yeah, and you know, of course, Vixen, the comic TV show, the animated TV show that's in the Arrowverse, was based out of Detroit. So that's just kind of the vibe that I've been getting lately. I still want to believe there's hope for Detroit too. So there you go. So let's do some shameless plugs and get on out of here.
Well, you can find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, anywhere matters at Supersquint. That's SUPERSQUINT. And you can also hear me On Before the Bat with Phil and Tyler, and of course on Flashpoint with the lovely Miss Lilith.
As for me, you guys can find me on Twitter at Will of Hellfire. If you are looking for DC comic book reviews, please be sure to check out World's Finest, where I host with Phil from Before the Bat and the Flash Arrow Power Hour. If you're just looking for DC comic books news, you can also check out Channel 52, which is a DC comic book related news show that I host with Charlie from the Flash Diaries. And if you're interested in reviews on just, TV in general, Supergirl specifically, it seems like I'm obsessed with at the moment, and Quantico and How to Get Away with Murder, please be sure to check out my website, worldhellfire.com. How easy is that to remember? So if you're stuck on a hellish island, we hope to see you back here next week.
Consolidated, signing off.